congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about Sprite.
An adult trapped in the body of a child hasn't really been like played before in the MCU. And I felt coming into the part, I was really excited to play Sprite because I find that I'm very similar to her. I've always felt sort of stuck in being young and being, looking really young for my age. So I was really excited to come into the part and be able to portray that like emotion in the character.
You've kind of grown up on film sets. So for much of your certainly professional career, you've been surrounded by adults in a very different professional kind of setting than most young teens.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's, made me grow up really fast. Most of my really good friends are actually like grown-ups that I have worked with. So I felt that, I sort of feel a lot older than I actually am. Yeah.
I understand that when you were auditioning for this, that you weren't sure exactly what you were auditioning for.
Yeah. So when I got the original sides for just like the round one auditions, they were dummy sides, but I didn't know that. And the description said like dark hair, dark eyes. And at the time I had lighter hair. So when I went in for the in-person audition, I was like, I'm willing to dye my hair brown and I'm willing to wear contacts. And she kind of laughed at me and she was like, oh, these aren't real sides. Don't worry. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I think I knew it was for Marvel, but I had no idea what for. And eventually I, signed all the NDAs and I got real sides and I had to, Google search when it was because it doesn't say much.
Right.
I had no idea how much I was going to be in the movie. Even when I signed the contract, like I had no idea. They didn't give me the script until after I, got the part, and then they hand delivered it to my door.
And they're very secretive, right? You couldn't tell anybody about the part or the action or anything, right?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell my grandparents that I was in the movie. I had to wait until Comic-Con.
How hard is it to keep a secret like that?
People got mad at me. I mean, it was pretty hard. People were like really upset. They're like, how could you not tell me? I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I couldn't tell anyone.
Now, is it true that when they called to say that you had the part, that your mom answered the phone and then accidentally hung up on them? Maybe the only people that have hung up on Marvel ever.
Oh my gosh. So like when you get a call that you've gotten the part, usually like your team, so like my agent, my manager, like everyone will be on the phone. So when you get a call like that, it's for something, right? So she got the call and it said like Sarah, which is the casting director, my agent, my manager, and she knew right away. She was freaking out, and I guess she accidentally hung up the phone. I was sleeping. I don't know. She came in and woke me up and told me.
Well, it worked out okay. All around.
Yeah,
you're in the movie.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could lead them.
Tell me a little bit about working with Chloé Zhao.
Yeah, she's incredible. She brought so much to this movie that I did not expect coming into a Marvel movie. She really cared about the story and about each of the characters. And like all of us as a whole, like getting to know each other and the family aspect. She really worked with all of us individually to understand our characters, and we all sort of like related to our characters, but we were all very similar to our characters in a way. Like Selma is very motherly and very sweet and cared about all of us. She was like the big mama bear on set, and Don really is like a big sweetheart, even though he looks all big and tough. And so we all really related to our characters, and I think Chloé really brought that to the life. And not having a green screen while shooting was so helpful to keep us very grounded and natural, and it all felt very real. And I think like Chloé brought like something really special to this movie.
What did it feel like the first time you saw it?
It was really cool to see all the superpowers real life, because while we're shooting, we're running away from nothing. Yeah. And then you see the big monster on screen, so it was a lot different than what it looked a lot different than what we shot.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on it.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.